Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And boy, we got a vicious move maker in the house today, man. We got Danny Garcia, the champ himself, in the kitchen. Man, this is a major joint.
Hey, we here, baby.
The champ is here.
Philly support Philly, you know.
Yeah, no, facts. We appreciate
Happy
that,
to be
man.
here, man. I appreciate it.
I definitely say for you to be a champ, man, you one of the most like humblest, realest, you know what I mean? You're around.
Yeah, I mean, when you from Philly, it's like, you know, you raised to be humble, you know. So
it's
that's
different.
I feel like, you know, when you come up in Philly, they always tell you don't show off. They don't do this, don't do that. So I was always raised to be humble, you know.
Yeah.
That's just who I am.
It's not in us to be like the stun on our people type shit, like
Right.
Get your bread, move away, and never come back type shit.
Yeah, right. You just like do anything for some type of fame. You feel me?
Right.
I just started like being myself, like, you know, like dancing and having fun.
Yeah.
Cause I was always like, that's who I always was. But Philly always just made me serious.
You gotta be going your P's and Q's all the time. Always on your serious shit.
Exactly.
When I was talking to the twins, I was telling them, I'm like, Danny, like, you got so much character, bro. Like, I love to see it, the way you laugh, joke, play with your family and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he should be an actor.
No, real shit.
Like, I see you do a couple of joints, and I'm like, yo.
Adam Sandler shit.
Yo, you would be great, bro. You would be great.
I know.
Give a little toast real quick, man. It's my guy right here.
I ain't gonna lie. I did one movie.
Yeah.
And I was on set for like a week. It's called The Stuff. And I came out like in 2 scenes. I was like, no, this ain't for me. I called my manager back. I was like, yo, set me up the fight.
You said it wasn't for you though?
It was like, I was like 2 weeks on set. And then when the movie came out, I was like in 2 little parts.
Oh.
So like the time wasn't worth my
I put in 2 weeks and then I only got these 2 little parts.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I guess I'm a boxer. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hit the manager up, like, yo, let's get these.
Yeah, you used to like, I've been here for an hour, get my 100, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I need them M's.
It gotta make sense.
Right. It's just like you paying for your time at this point.
Facts, that's different too.
But that's like a career, like anything you start, like you gotta start young. So that when you get to that point, it's like, it's worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
Like I've been boxing since I was a kid, so now I can fight, and when I fight, it's a lot.
It's worth something, yeah.
Exactly.
You paid your dues pretty much.
You gotta earn it.
So you've been boxing like pretty much since you was like 7.
26 years.
26 years?
Well, I started when I was 7.
But you started training at 10.
Yeah, Pops went away, and then when he came back, I started at 10.
Yeah.
And I never stopped. So
That's
26 years straight.
26 years in the game.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, look at that. That young punk hitting hard.
The bounce back ain't exactly the same.
Yeah, but I still, you know, I'm a fighter. That's what I do.
No,
you know?
you definitely, still get active. You just came off a fight. I feel like to say you was in anything for 26 years in a sport like boxing where it's high intensity. You know what I mean? This ain't no light training. Yeah, it's physical.
It's grueling.
Yeah.
Like me at this point in my career, it's not really the physical part. It's the mental part. Like, the training is easy to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like me, I already know I could fight. I already know what I could do. I know I could run, train, do everything. Like that's the easy part for me.
Right.
The like the hardest part for me is like
the mental part, but
getting up for it. Like I don't know.
Okay.
How to, like no homo, but like getting up for it. It's like having a bad bitch in front of you. You can't get horny. Like you feel me? Like
it's like your hunger for it is not the same as
it's not really the hunger. It's just like it's just like the mindset you gotta have to be on that level is a killer mindset. Like you gotta be mentally when you go to the gym every day, you gotta wake up mentally. When you go to spar, everything you do is a killer instinct mindset. Right. That's a mindset you gotta have, you know. And I'm not saying I don't have that no more, but it's like it's a switch you have, and you gotta turn it back on.
Right.
And sometimes I don't turn it on, you know. So it was like now I'm making it harder for myself.
And then you fighting against yourself almost.
Exactly. Yeah. You know. So now it's like you don't want to get hurt type vibe, you know. But at the same time, it's like so for me, it's like it's how I feel.
Yeah. Do you think it's like an age thing too? Cause like let's say you a dad, I'm a dad, and I can say I'm definitely a much different man than I was when I was like 20. like temperament, everything.
Right.
Versus now how I am. You know what I mean? The amount of patience I had.
I would say this. Before I had my daughter, I was 33-0. I was undefeated. I was a killer.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I had a kid, I always thought it would make me hungry, but it did make me a little bit softer. It made me a little bit softer, cause now it's like I can't die in the ring. I gotta go home to my kid. I got a family who's gonna take care of them. So that's when I kind of started treating it like a sport.
Right.
Before it was you kill me or I kill you. I was like that's the type of mindset. I was a
gladiator mindset.
Yeah, cause that's the type of mindset you gotta have to even be the best at anything you do. Is either your life or my life, and you know, in
the ring,
in boxing or whatever you do,
right?
You know, so I feel like once I had my child, it was like I looked at the world different now. You know,
and you had a girl was your first.
Yeah, so I had 2 girls and a boy. Yeah. So look, I was 33-0, and then I lost 4 times after that.
Every time you had a baby,
I had a baby, I took another L. I'm like, shit, fuck.
That's funny as hell.
But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's mental. It's all mental. Everything you do is mental. Yeah. You know, your mind has to be sharp. Your mind's gotta want it.
So like even when you had your losses, like I read that like when you did get your loss, you doubted those people prior to. Like, was you doubting yourself, or was you doubting that they were good enough to beat you?
So when I fought Keith Thurman, you know, and then my first 2 losses to Keith Thurman, it was a unification fight at 147 at the Barclays Center. We broke all the records that night.
Right.
We had 5.1 million views. It was 16,500 people at the Barclays Center. It was the biggest gate ever. You know, I fought at the Barclays Center one time, same week as Jay-Z did a concert, and I did more people than him. Yeah, so the Barclays Center, that's like my home in boxing. Yeah. So, I mean, we broke all the records, but the Keith Thurman fight, you know, a lot of people thought I won that fight. So it was like a controversial. You got to understand at that time, I would have unified 2 divisions back to back. Yeah. You know, like I would have been the face of boxing, you know, like nobody was doing that type of stuff back then. Right. So, you know, that was my first loss. A lot of people thought I won, so that hurt me, you feel me? I was a little depressed for like a year, but then I came back, I knocked out Brandon Rios, and then I came back, I got another chance to win the championship against Sean Porter. Another fight that I thought I won, boom. So it was 2 fights that I thought I won.
You figured you won, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, so that kind of messed with me a little bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is all about ups and downs. You know, it's not gonna be pretty every time. Like, you know, a true champion is defined like when you do when the odds are against you.
What you do.
Because everybody look good when the momentum's on your side and everybody's on you and everything's going good. Yeah, everything's great. Yeah. But when that momentum shifts a little bit and you can still be here for another 10 years, then, you know, you meant to be here.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Is it a thing? Because everybody don't go undefeated. So when you like 33-0, that's a special thing. But automatically, it's almost like once people get that one loss, in boxing, like if you got a loss in your record, is it really that bad? Or are you really not as good as a boxer just because you take a L?
Well, I think, you know, back in the day, you know, if you look at all the fighters, you know, Floyd's exceptional. Like, he's different. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great fighter, but he did win a lot of fights that were close. Yeah. They could have went the opposite way. But he got those close wins, and a lot of fighters get them close losses. But anytime you fight a fighter like you know, only one person could win. You know, he's undefeated, I'm undefeated. Me and Keith Thurman both undefeated. Only one of us could win.
Somebody got to
Yeah, so even back in the day, like Duran, Leonard, you know, all those guys, they were killers fighting each other. So only one guy could win. Anytime you fight another guy like you, only one guy could win. But a lot of people did look at the undefeated thing like, damn, you lose one fight, he's done, he's washed up. Because I think Floyd, you know, Floyd made it like that.
He set that tone to where though you had to be, if you was great, you would go without any type of
marketable or anything.
Yeah.
But I think boxing's changing now.
To where it's acceptable if you take a loss.
Yeah, it's like people just want to see I think that's what's killing boxing is that people are not getting the fights they want to see. Right. Because people just want to see a good fight.
And people get in that ring and they run too much. And
people just want to see if this guy say this guy's good and they say this guy's good, they just want to see those 2 guys rumble. Right. They don't care about money, none of that stuff, the fans. They just want to see the 2 best fighters fight the best fighters.
That's a fact.
And that don't be happening like that no more. But I feel like it's getting back to where it used to be. Yeah. You know, I feel like that's what I wanted to do. Like, I don't care, just throw them in front of me. Yeah. You know, like even my last fight, I was off for 2.5 years and I went up to middleweight in a weight class that I never fought in to try to win a middleweight title. I ain't win,
Right.
But at least I tried to be great.
You tried,
you know? So, and to me, that's how I looked at boxing. Like, the glory, I always loved the glory. And every fighter, I don't know. And then sometimes it don't really be the fighter.
Yeah.
It just be your handlers. And it's political.
It's the politics
it's just
all
too much.
around
It's just
it.
too much. Yeah, it's just a lot.
Because it is crazy, too. So you get, like, some fighters that's dodging certain people just because they know it's a good chance they may lose.
Right.
It's like, why isn't boxing set up the same way like football and basketball is? Whereas though when it's tiers and you got, this team gonna go get this person.
Because one person owns the NFL, one person owns the NBA. Mm-hmm. In boxing, you got different promoters and different networks. So PBC was what Showtime. The Zone is on the Zone app. Then Top Rank was on ESPN. So they kind of just like keep it in the family. So it's hard for like to make big fights because it's different promoters.
And everybody
and
really
it's different belts, different
too.
sanctioning bodies. So it's like I could be the champion, the WBC world champion, right?
Yeah.
And then you could be the IBF champion, right? There's 4 belts in each weight class. So I could be the WBC champion and not even be ranked in IBF. And you probably never see this fight. Because it's like everything's political.
Because everything's so cut off.
Exactly. Everything's just separated, So... But I think boxing is taking a turn where everybody's fighting the best and nobody really scared to lose no more.
Okay. Like we're getting away from that.
Because
I think it'll definitely change it. It'll pick up because it has been picking up.
Right.
Like you said, it's
I think
back
to me, boxing is definitely a top 5 sport today. To me, like it's basketball, football. I think football. I don't know football probably no more. Then you got baseball. I would say boxing is bigger than hockey to me.
I would say that. I would agree.
Yeah, I see boxing everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think boxing is top 4.
See, I don't watch baseball, so even with me, I'd have been like football, basketball, boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It just
depends. Us, like, it's how you grow up.
Like your
Philly hood shit.
Yeah.
Boxing always gonna be in
your
there.
market, for sure.
We watching, Mike Tyson, Holyfield.
Right.
You know what I mean? Lennox Lewis.
Right.
That was that shit back in the day. You had fight parties.
I used to ask my pop.
Parties.
We used to watch that shit together when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Pops, you could be Tyson. Yeah, I'll fuck him up. I look up to him today. I'm like, oh, he would have whooped your ass, man. Why'd I even believe that shit? You look at your pop like he's Superman.
He's a superhero, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you can fuck him up right there. He's like, yeah, I'll fuck Tyson up. I said, Pop, come on, man. He would have destroyed your ass.
Tyson's an animal. Eat your children.
I was believing him, too, because he had me brainwashed when I was a kid.
No, in fact, no. You believe your dad beat anybody, though.
Real talk.
And your dad really was a boxer, though.
Yeah, he used to train in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so he probably was a little nice. He probably kept up with him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Man. So your dad is what got you into boxing. Like, your dad made you want to box.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, he took me to the gym at Harold Gate Boxing Club when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, he went away. And then when he came back home, we signed up for the gym, and we just never looked back. That was it.
Was it your goal from the beginning? Is this a place that y'all seen you taking it to? Becoming champ and shit like that?
Yeah, so when I was young, I loved sports. A lot of people don't know, like, we moved from Percy and Pike, like North Philly.
Yeah.
Then we moved to, like where the gym is at now. That's, like, Glenwood Ave. But that was a nice neighborhood back then.
Yeah.
Like, that was all whites. So we made it out the hood to there. But now it's the hood.
Now they didn't move everybody out there.
When I moved there, all my friends on my block, they love sports. Like, all my white friends love sports. They love football. So they was teaching me about, like...
Yeah.
So they was all Green Bay Packer fans. I hate to say this. But when I was young, I was a Packers fan.
Damn.
Because of my friends taught me about Green Bay. They all love Green Bay, like Brett Favre and all them. So I became, like, a Packer fan when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then, years later, I realized that I'm from Philly. And I'm like, no, I can't do that
anymore. I
got to go back over. But that's how I really got into sports, is because my friends, when I moved to that block, they love sports. That's all they did was talk about sports. They played, like, we played halfies, baseball.
Well, I used to play on blocks where they play hockey and shit like that.
I used to, Scanlon Park? You know where that's at?
No.
That's like, you know where Tioga is? Like the Tioga train stop? Well, that's right behind there. It's a park.
It's the park.
It's called Scanlon Park. And I used to play ice hockey there. I used to play ice hockey, bro. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Ice hockey?
Yeah.
With the skates on?
Yeah.
That's
you know what's crazy?
Work.
You know what's crazy? I remember, right, the first team we ever lost to was the team, they was all black kids. No lie. It was in Scanlon Park.
In hockey, though?
Yeah, in hockey, bro.
That's crazy work,
yeah, it was crazy. I think everybody was scared and shit. They didn't even want to play and shit.
They didn't want to fight them on the fight sand or none of that shit.
No lie, bro. I was like, oh shit.
What
like,
they call it? Check somebody and all that?
Yeah, you could check them, but when you're young, you can't check them and none of that stuff.
Oh, okay.
You can't really, but you was playing for sure.
Yeah.
So they kind of got me into sports, and that's how I became like a sports fan.
Okay.
And then that's when I really then I started boxing and stuff like that. But then I just, when old head got booked and everything, I kept up with the sports, and I just fell in love with sports. So when he came home, I was like, yo, I got it. My vision was like, I got to be a star athlete one day.
Well,
I fell in love with sports, and I couldn't see myself nothing other than a sports star.
Sports.
Yeah, that was it.
So you knew you was going to be a sports star?
Yeah.
So if it wasn't going to be boxing, what do you think it would have been? What would you have went for?
Man, I loved every sport. I love football. I love baseball.
What was you nice at besides boxing?
I was nice at all of them. I'm not gonna lie. I was even nice at hockey.
I'm about to say, you playing hockey?
Yeah, I was ice hockey and everything.
I don't see you playing.
Yeah, I know how to glove save. Look, Eric Lindros like that.
Yeah, it's crazy work.
No, but another thing too. When I was young, I used to love to build stuff. Like I used to build tree houses.
So you handy?
Yeah. So I was always good with my hands. Like one random day, like my friend, like summer day, I wake up. I'm out here nailing wood on the tree. My homie like, yo, what the fuck you doing? I'm building a tree house, bro. He was like, bro, you tripping. No lie. A week later, we had a tree house up there. I still got pictures and everything and that stuff. I used to cut school in there.
I built the tree house?
I built the tree house right in front of my school. So I'll go in the tree house, wait for my parents to leave from the top of the joint, and go right back in the crib. Had that shit figured out.
had that shit figured out.
By the time they figured out, I was supposed to be in 11th grade. I was still in 9th grade. I was playing hooky in the treehouse for 2 years. Pops was like, yo. Pops took me to the school. Where your report card at? I'm supposed to be in 11th grade. I was like, oh, I forgot to get it. He was like, nah, something's fishy about you. He took me back to the school, bro. I had all Fs. Yeah, I was supposed to be in 11th grade. I had like 3 credits.
Damn.
Yeah, I gotta take a drink to that joint.
Yeah, toast to that, because you made it out, you know what I'm saying?
Real rap.
You still made it.
But Pops never cared about nothing else once I started boxing.
He knew that's what it was.
He act like he cared. Like one day I'm home playing Dreamcast. I cut school.
Yeah.
He walk in early from work. I'm playing Dreamcast with the homies.
Dreamcast was that shit
Yeah,
too.
Dreamcast. NFL 2K. He's like, what the fuck you doing, Danny? I said, I don't know. Hey, what the fuck you doing? Like, what you doing home from work? You fucking up my room.
You're not even supposed to be here.
Yeah. I want my homies and shit. We all got headbands on. That's that arrow and shit.
Wristbands on type shit.
He like, what you doing? So I'm like, I don't know what you doing. He was like, listen. He was like, did you run the treadmill? I was like, oh, I'm not even supposed to be here. Why would I run the treadmill? And he was like, all right, run the treadmill. We call it even. So that's the day. That's when I realized that he don't really care about nothing about boxing. Yeah. So I just kept boxing.
And that worked out for you.
Yeah, that was it.
And so like I know your dad, like he, come from a hard background.
Right.
Like working for real like low wages and shit like that. So was it like did y'all like team up with this thought to get the family out? Like this was something that y'all knew y'all had to do. This was a mission.
Well, to me,
or when did it become a mission?
Like I said, like from that time of span, like he was away for 3 years. Yeah. I fell in love with sports. But then it was just like what I went through as a kid, the homeless, foreclosure and everything. Yeah. So I understand what it felt like to have nothing. So I was like, this is my dream and I gotta go for it. And that's how that shit went. So as a kid, I already knew like what it felt like to have nothing. So I'm like, I ain't like that feeling. Yeah. So when I started boxing, I'm like, this is my way. I ain't never gonna stop. And that was it. Did
you ever reach like any hard points along your journey? Like for us looking from the outside, like you went pro 2007. By like 7 years later, you getting down there title shots.
Yeah.
Belts, like, you know what I mean?
That was a hell of a journey.
Yeah, it looked smooth selling to us. Nah. But behind the scenes, like, did you ever have points where you felt like you wanted to give up or?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. When I was 20-0, I was only making $5,000-6,000 a fight. So I wasn't even making a lot of money. Right. But I was everybody starting to know who I was. So it was like it wasn't matching up. So I was like, man, this shit not. And then the phone stopped ringing. I was signed with Golden Boy at that time, Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
So the phone stopped ringing. I'm not getting no fights. It's like a year and a half go by. I'm like, why I'm not fighting? I'm seeing all these people fight on TV that I know I could beat. Like, why I'm not fighting? So Pops was like, fuck it. Just at that time, the firemen used to train at the gym. The firemen and the police. Mm-hmm. So we knew these firemen. He was like, yo, you could be a fireman. Like, just study the test, and yeah, we'll like, you could be a fireman. So I was about to just
quit and go be a fireman.
Yeah, I was about to quit and be a fireman. And then I remember in boxing at that point, as soon as when I was thinking, that's why you always gotta stick to the plan and never give up, because when you feel like shit not going your way, it's like when opportunity comes, but you gotta stay locked in. So my manager at the time, Shelly Finkel, in boxing, you can't be a manager and a promoter. It's called the Ali Act. It's like double dipping. Yeah. My manager had became a promoter. So I became a free agent. And when I became a free agent, we used to always look on TV, like, who are all the fighters on TV? And who manages them? Because that's what we want to be with. Right. We want to be with the fighters who's on HBO.
The ones that's getting the fights.
So we did our research, you know, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Berto at the time, Danny Jacobs was all managed by somebody named Al Heyman. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, we got to go with Al Heyman. So I know Marcus and Brandon, they was always in the ring at that time. And Sam got the white hair. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I remember I was at my girls' college. And I was at my girl college, and it was a boxing fight in Newark, New Jersey. And I said, I'm going to go to that. It was Zab Judah versus Matisse. Because I'm going to run into Marcus and Brandon. I'm going to tell them I'm a free agent. Yeah. And I seen them. I told them I'm a free agent. And, yeah, they got my number. It took like 6 months because I was like, no, I need $1 million for this deal. Yeah. I need $1 million bonus. I need a crib. So the deal took long because I wanted all this money.
Because you need all this shit that you
want.
But
then he told me one thing that really opened my eyes. He was like, Lil, why you want my money if I can make it your own? And once he said that to me, I was like, fuck it, just give me the opportunity. I'm going to go for it. I signed that shit, and it was 2 fights later, I was a world champion.
Damn. That's a gym though.
Yeah.
That's a gym though. Like, why you want my money when I can make it your own?
Yeah, because you know you always count somebody else's money. Yeah. You thinking like, no, I need the millions.
But that's how a lot of people think they got to get in the game, where they be acting like if you want these deals, all these situations where you need all this upfront money. But it's like, technically, when you get the upfront money, you taking it from the person that's supposed to be helping you make some money, that you're supposed to be in business with. But it's like, if you trust in yourself,
right? If you, go
get that.
The best thing somebody could give you is opportunity. Now, it's up for you to be ready for it. Right. You can't blow your opportunity. Cause I told him, you give me this opportunity, I'm never let you down. And next thing you know, I'm hitting Amir Khan with a left hook. I'm shocking the whole world. Yeah. Nobody thought I was gonna win. Yeah. But I knew I was gonna win. And that was the switch. Cause I knew no one was gonna stop me. My journey wasn't stopping there that night. I was 24 years old.
24, champ at 24.
Yeah, you think I was gonna? Then my journey stopped right there.
24, prime time too. How did that feel?
I was hitting hard at that time.
Like, you coming off, like you just said. So us on the outside, we don't know. 2 years, shit rough. You not getting the bag. Yeah. You look like you getting. Everybody think, you know what I mean? Right. They seeing it a certain way. You damn near ready to quit, and then finally you get your life changing chance. It's crazy. And you champ at 24.
It just happened like that too. Yeah. It was like
how you feel?
It's like a movie. It was like, you know, it's like the breakthrough is the hardest thing, man. Cause you could be waiting for your time for so long, and it just feel like you're never gonna get it. Yeah. Like, I know how it feels to be that person. Is like a lot of people, especially with social media, they really feel like this shit happens overnight. It really doesn't. This shit is a 10-year journey that you have to willing starve. Yeah. And stay dedicated to your craft, and then one day you're gonna have your breakthrough. You feel me? So nothing happens overnight, especially anything that's worth the last. Yeah, like, it is overnight success. Like, somebody hit the lottery overnight for $10 million, he might be broke in a year. Exactly. Because he was never meant to have money.
And I say that too. Anything that lasts long, it take time to get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's worth having, it take a lot of work to get. Right. It don't never come easy. For those that get it easy as they get it, as easy as they lose it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the ones that really put that work in and really starve to get this shit, you're going to make sure you keep it. You're going to do whatever you got.
Everybody who's at that level deserve to be there. Right. You know, they're probably just a good person, or they just work their ass off, or for whatever reason they there, they're meant to be there. You know, nobody's there for no reason. You know, if you're not there, it's because you probably taking shortcuts, or you just, the things you do in your personal life is stopping you from being great.
You're trying to cheat the process somehow, some way.
Yeah, and you can't. There's
Can't
no
cheat
way.
the process.
You know, so it's gotta stay militant. You gotta enjoy the journey.
Do you remember your thoughts or your feelings when you were in the ring and you holding that belt though?
I was crying.
Yeah.
I was crying like a little kid. Shit, I cried sometimes thinking about that shit. I remember the first time I see $1 million check. I couldn't believe that shit.
I remember, let me see, I got that joint. You got that, the $1 million fight, that was in 2012.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I done hit the lottery.
Yeah.
It
Shit changed after that.
I never seen, that was it.
And you went from like, you went from like $250,000 to $1 million? Like your fight before that?
Nah, remember I told you. I was, when I was 20, you know, I was making $5,000 to $7,000 a fight.
Right.
And like I remember I told you, my fame wasn't matching up with what I was making.
Yeah.
So, boom, then my manager became a promoter. I signed with Al Heyman. He got me a fight. When they came, I made $20,000. So it jumped up 10. Okay. Then I fought Kendall Hall. I got $75,000.
Right.
Then I fought Eric Morales for the title. It was $125,000.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it was $125,000.
Yeah.
But today these guys are not. They're making millions for title fights right off the rip.
Right.
So I made $125,000 for the world title fight against Morales. I got an extra $50,000 because he came in overweight.
Yeah.
Then I got $500,000 when I fought Amir Khan. Yeah. So it kept jumping. Then I finally got $1 million when I fought Morales in a rematch.
Yeah.
But I had to go through that to make that $1 million. I had to beat the legend. Then I had to beat Amir Khan that nobody thought I was gonna beat. Then they finally gave it to me like, all right, cool.
The $1 million fight.
Yeah, that was it.
Damn, that's crazy, man. All right, man. Well, we're going to get into what life became for you after finally getting that $1 million fight, becoming champ at 24. That's when, you know, Danny got to really be Danny outside. So we already know who it is. Your boy Smooth, Danny Garcia, Cooking Up 215. We be right back. Let's go. Wow.
It's our favorite part of the show.
That's your favorite?
Yes, sir. Ah, chef, what you got cooking?
You already know.
You already know who it is. It's your man Smooth, and it's Cooking Up 215, and it's my favorite part of the show. Time to get into that food. You already know I got my guy Danny Garcia in the building. And if you fan of the show, then you already know my guy Jermaine Millhouse. You know what I'm saying? CBG's Philly's own. I mean, tell them what you got for me right now.
All right, so we got right here, we have a butter steak, you know, grilled and sauteed mid-well. We have 13, 14 shrimp, you know, those the big Gulf shrimp everybody know. Cooked to perfection. I went with the fresh kale, greens, sauteed them, let it boil down in vegetable broth, let it soak up, season with a little bit of cracked pepper, seasoned salt. You know what I mean? Really, really well. Then I went with the butter potatoes, kind of cook them down, you know, give a bite in it, but still a little, you know, get a little mush to it. Yeah. You know, bring it down. Then to close it in, I got if you can see this, I got the cucumber crab salad, you know, mixed with a little bit vinaigrette, also Thousand Island and some Caesar dressing mixed in between. That's what we got here, man. We got love on the plate.
Yeah, it's looking.
I heard cracked pepper. I was like, I was like, oh. I'm ready to fuck it up though.
You know, I came to do my thing. So this is what we serve at the bar. It's called the Sidecar. It's a straight bourbon whiskey. We got the King Cube in the bottom. We got a nice little orange garnish. We put some Grand Marnier on top of that. You know, give it the twist and put a little bit of sour mix and simple syrup.
There we go. My man come with the spread every time.
Nah, man told me bring it.
Listen, they was ready. I mean, you got people thinking they could call me with these $1 million requests and shit. You know what I mean?
Recipes. Yeah.
They seen the lobster in there for Garcia and them, and then they, hey yo, I need lobster, lamb chops. I'm like, hey yo, Jermaine, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill. I got only calling you when the big guns come through. You know what I mean? The champ is here, so we gonna let him.
Hey, steak my favorite food too. So
I learned that, so that's why I brought it. I did my research.
See, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
I did my research. I knew you like steak, so I'm gonna do the butter. I was like, I'm gonna do the butter steak. That's what I always eat like after your fight. Yeah, I know. I did my research.
Right.
Look at it.
That's good.
That's what's up, man. So you ready to get to this food, Dan?
Yeah, for sure. One thing about me, everybody know I'm ready to eat.
Always ready to eat.
I think about the days I'm about to starve. I'm like, damn, I should have ate that shit that day.
There you
I'm
go,
that type
right?
of person.
So you
I'm gonna finish
can't regret it.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. Let them know where to follow you at, how to get with you, get that meal.
Man, follow me at CBG Philly CBG PHILA. That's the bar and restaurant. Come check us out. Tuesday through Saturday, we do Eagles games on Sunday. You know, go Birds. Check us out on Instagram. Man, come. We doing this. That's what we doing at the bar.
We playing no games and something
No
else
games.
new coming real soon, but we gonna keep y'all tapped.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Just watch. So y'all already know. Danny Garcia, Jermaine Millhouse of CBG Philly, your boy Smooth, Cooking Up 215. Let's get back to the show. Let's go. You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth. We right back at it. Still here with my guy Danny Garcia. And it is that time, brother. This is when we pick them forks up and we, you know what I mean? See what my man Jermaine put together for us. I'm curious to see what this crab salad going for. Like I always go for like the veggies and all that shit first. So
I'm a steak guy. I usually go right to dessert, but
yeah, he said right for the main thing.
I go right for the cheesecake.
I like this. It's different right here.
I'm an eater, bro. I mean, no homo. That's a hell of a no homo. I'm just gonna be quiet after that one.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy jump. But I told him all 2025, I ain't going no more pause and none of that shit. Y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean?
I like to eat food.
Yeah, fuck that. We too old.
I can't. Now. You can't say nothing these days no more.
Bro, they be over here. Everything you say, you be pausing and all that shit every 2 seconds.
I get hanging around my sisters and they friends. I can't do nothing.
Everything
I walk
you
out the crib, right? We going zip line. I get bust on because I'm wearing New Balances to go zip line. I'm like, they got fresh clothes on. I'm like, we going zip lining though. Mm-hmm. I'm getting bust on because I'm wearing what's right for the occasion.
When you get older, I guess we them old heads now.
Pass.
We just out. You know what I mean?
Then
We ain't in no more.
I come out the crib. I'm about to go work out. I got a hoodie on with no sleeves. They gonna say that should be a crime. I'm like, what should be a crime? No sleeves on a hoodie. I'm like, they're destroying me out the
They definitely treating you like the old hair.
Right.
These greens? What kind of greens is these? Jermaine, Cal? Yeah, they hit him. Super hit.
Definitely can't say nothing no more.
Yeah, the times is real. Especially like fucking with Cam and Mace and got popping.
Oh yeah.
Ever since that is what it is, it's bad out here, bro. You can't say nothing to nobody.
I know.
Even just listening to niggas have conversations and the different interviews, it's hard to watch sometimes because they always pause.
Everything pause and no homo.
Every 2 seconds. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm not doing it this year. Cause they used to get me. They be on me. Anything I say, especially when the food come out, say one thing, eat something the wrong way, it's over.
I got bust on for eating wings. Cause I was like eating a wing. They was like, "Oh, that's crazy. You putting the whole wing in your mouth." I'm like, yo, how am I supposed to eat a wing though? I gotta break this shit up.
With your hands,
yeah. Like he's like, you supposed to like do this. I'm just eating the whole wing. I'm like,
come on,
damn.
Man. Yeah, it's getting crazy now. It's getting crazy out here. How you feel about your food?
Can't say nothing. No, it's good.
Good.
Definitely good.
That steak sauce hitting too. That shit popping. I didn't even get to the shrimp. And the steak just right too. Nice, tender.
Every time I see a big shrimp, I think of my pop.
Wow.
Cause every time he go to eat, he be like, little shrimp, no big shrimp. He be like, give me the little shrimp, little shrimp.
No big shrimp.
He got us kicked us out of Benihana one time. They tried to throw a shrimp in his mouth.
What'd he do?
I said, fuck, I look like. Do I look like somebody throw a fucking shrimp in their mouth? He was mad as shit. He got kicked out of, about to get damn near kicked out of Benihana. Every time I see a shrimp, I think about him.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Dude told him, open your mouth. He gonna throw a shrimp. He's like, the fuck I look like throwing shrimp in my mouth? Oh, you're crazy, man. That was it.
Yo, and it's like since I seen him, I know him a little bit. I can picture it.
That was no filter, Pops.
Bro,
Every time I think of a shrimp, I think about him now, man.
that's funny as hell.
That's funny as hell. Dude, crazy.
That shit do be wild. Had you over there with your mouth open, keep
Yeah,
throwing
you with your lady and shit. They talking about open your mouth, I'm about to throw a shrimp in that joint. He talking about all these people on the table, you gonna choose me? He said, what made you choose me? You know I'm always throwing shit in there like, you look sweet over here. That's why
You said you threw some shit in there.
I threw some shit in there. You look so sitting right next to him.
Now he really ready to fuck somebody up.
He right there, he my witness. This is a true story.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's funny as hell.
Man.
So, and it's crazy. So, like your pop trained you coming up. He always with you. Your promos, he always been there. Like, what's y'all dynamic? Best friends? He just everywhere with you.
Yeah, we just been
Business or just it's just y'all?
Everything. He my pop, my business partner, he my trainer, everything.
Yeah.
We do everything together.
That's crazy.
Even like when I became champion, I was like 24 years, a little older than me. I still would take him everywhere.
Yeah.
And the young people never understand.
But
Yo,
you
why
taking
you got
your
your, why
dad
you got
with
your
you?
pop with you? Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just turning up.
Like when y'all go to the club and shit.
Yeah.
He coming.
Yeah, so like even my sister took a while for that, like to get used to that. 'Cause, you know, Pops be dancing with strippers. They be trying to fight my pop. Like, yo, I'm gonna fuck, you know, trying to fight strippers and shit. Cause their mom, like, they protecting their mom.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm like, nah, this is the life. Like, you gotta get used to this.
You gotta let
shit.
dad live.
Yeah, real talk.
We outside. This is a different dad right now.
Real talk. They be trying to fight strippers and everything.
That's crazy.
No, we just always had that connection. Like, we just like had fun.
Right.
But it started in the gym though, cause you know it was like once you're around somebody for so long, they become like it's like weird. Like it just become like a part of your life.
That connected. Yeah.
So it was like I don't know.
So
But you know when you go through tough times, you enjoy the good times. So I think that's what it is. You feel me?
you got somebody that was with you through the tough times to the good times.
Right.
And you know they really got your back on a different level.
Definitely.
And then it's like even just period, like the importance of like just having a dad, you know, like over the break we was talking about how, like even I was asking you, did you see yourself becoming a champ when you started boxing at 10? Like, was that your plan? And you know, and your dad tapped in and was like, he saw it. Like he understood that, you know, watching you mimic how Tyson fought, that you had what it took or you could really do this. So it's just crazy, like the importance of having a dad that's willing to.
Oh, it's very important.
You know what I mean? To give you that all like that to really help you chase your dreams on a whole different level.
If you look at all the greats, they had a father figure who pushed them to limits, whereas like sometimes it was like too much. I mean, the Michael Jacksons and everybody, they all got they got criticized like their dad was too rough on them. You feel me? But they wouldn't be them if it wasn't for that type of push. All the greats were like that, where they got pushed to extreme.
Yeah. Where they dads understood that.
So it was like people
something.
complain about getting pushed, but then as they live in this certain lifestyle, it was like you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that.
Right. Did you feel like that at first? Like I know you said your dad was strict when you was young. Did you feel like it was too much at first?
Like sometimes I understand like why he ain't let me like hang out with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like I have a girlfriend, he'll like tell her off and tell her like get the fuck out of my crib, like you trying to fuck my son's life up. Or like my friends knock for me in the morning, and he be like what the fuck you knocking for my son for? Like he not coming to school, he gonna be a good kid. Like he kept everybody away from me. So I'm like, damn, like why you doing that to me? Like you feel me? I never understood that shit.
Yeah.
But now I understand, like everybody in your life is like that shit's temporary. So he was just trying to keep me away from all the negativity because he knew that in the future it ain't gonna matter anyway.
That shit ain't gonna matter.
But it could have broke me if I would have went that.
fell for it back then.
Yeah, so you never really understand until you get older.
Right.
You know, it's always a disconnection with young kids and older people. It's like, you know the Dennis the Menace movie where it's like the kid hates the grandpa and they always fight, he doing pranks on him and shit.
Yeah.
That's
used to be my favorite shit too.
Yeah. That's life though. There's always a disconnection between the older people and the younger people.
Even though he trying to help you,
yeah,
he
because he been through all that.
He
but it's like
understand.
you young and you arrogant. You think everybody trying to like stop your shine. You just don't want to listen.
he just in your way type shit.
Exactly.
When do you feel like you realized or understood or you finally seen that, you know what I mean? Like at what age? I know me, like once I hit 30,
I ain't gonna lie, like
all that shit came full circle.
my first time ever on an airplane was because of boxing. When I was a kid, I went to the Silver Gloves. That was my first time ever. It was in Kansas City. My first time ever on an airplane. I think I was 13 or 14 ever. Never been on an airplane. I'm going to this airplane. I'm going to this tournament. To me, I'm out the city. I'm having fun. I didn't know my dad was working his ass off in a detail shop to help pay for.
To help make that happen.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm just a kid. I lose first night. I'll go up to the room. My pops buying me hot dogs and shit. I'm like, yo, give me a hot dog. You know, I'm trying to go in the outdoor pool. That shit was steam pool.
Yeah.
I go upstairs. I'm happy as shit. You guys, my friend Bolo, he was with me. He was a boxer. He's my witness. I walk in the room. I ask for like, yo, I'll go in there happy. He fucking slammed me against the wall and fucking like damn near almost choked me out and put an iron to my face.
Yeah.
And he was like, you think this is a fucking game? Like, I worked my ass off to come out here. Like, I'm fucking busting my ass to work out here. And you over here thinking it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, like, I ain't look at it like that. But then, like, I go back home, I started training. I'm like, I never lost after that.
Yeah.
But then, when I became the #1 amateur in the country at 17, they started paying me money. And that's when I realized, like, what they was paying me, even when I look back, I'm like, how the fuck did my parents, like, survive?
Yeah. Because even you looking at what you getting and you like, this ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And we was doing it before we even was getting
like,
this.
So it's like you really appreciate them when you see, like, how they had you living, like you had no worries, but
yeah,
it's like, yo.
Whole time they holding that shit up over
like,
your head.
It look perfect. You a kid, you don't know. Yep. But you never understand your parents' sacrifices until you get older and you realize, like, yo, this is wicked out here.
Facts.
You know, once I learned that, I'm like, oh, no. I gotta be rich. You feel me?
Yeah.
I gotta be.
I owe you that.
Yeah. And that was it.
And it's just crazy because even with me, like, so I got 4 kids, but I got 2 older, 16 and a 14. And they at that stage too. It's like where you had that thin life between you still like a kid, you still see shit like a kid,
right.
But you coming into the real world. Whereas like you need to understand a few things. Cause you still think this shit is all like Santa's bringing you toys. Like, no, I'm
everybody your friend, you think everybody want good for you?
Yeah, like I gotta teach them that shit. Like, them people that you worried about and you willing to fuck your grades up for, they not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? You can't get nothing without going out and go get it and really working and grinding for it. Like, helping them understand, like, this shit costs. Like, life costs, period. They be thinking all this shit sweet and I want Balenciagas. What? You want Balenciagas?
They're like $1,200, right?
Yeah, like you lucky you get some shell toes. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I used to go to Payless.
This shit is real. Yeah,
I had the LA light up, so I was happy as shit.
I be trying to explain to my kids.
I remember I got my first pair of felines, the Grant Hill joints.
Yeah,
I made it when I was a kid, and it was
lit.
Yeah. I used to wear LA light ups and all that.
Bro, the kids nowadays, bro, the internet got them looking at life a certain way, and it's like, I be trying to teach them to help them understand, because it really is a disconnect, and they will think that you just dimming their light. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just stopping you from having fun.
It's smoke and mirrors. Everybody here chasing tails.
Yeah. That shit
Everybody here
crazy.
chasing like stuff that don't exist instead of like focusing on something that really can matter.
Something that's real.
Yeah, you out here chasing stuff that don't, like, I don't know what they doing, man. Actually, I be mad for them sometimes. I'm like, you know that shit don't matter, right?
Worried about all the shit that don't matter at all. I be trying to tell my kids that shit all the time, but that shit go in.
It's hard, man, because the internet, everybody look like they're doing good.
But the thing is,
so you competing with people, you looking for people's approval, you don't even know. That shit'll have you like,
that's a fact,
upset.
But then as a parent too, the crazy part, like as a parent, you get, like, your kids, like, they look at you like you the worst. Like, you just so extra than everybody else, right. Mom and dad. Like, you mad at me because I give a fuck about you? Like, I'm trying to take care, I'm trying to make sure I line you up to be right in life. You want me to let you go to every party. You want me to let you go.
You don't want to see them fail, so you trying to stop them from failing.
And they don't even understand and see it.
That's why they say a smart person learns off his mistakes.
Yeah.
A wise person learns off other people's mistakes. So if you smart enough to learn, like, oh, he fucked up, I can't do that. You might go really far.
Yeah.
Because one mistake can ruin everything for you.
We'll fuck it all up.
And that's what you trying to stop. That's what we trying to stop.
And they don't even peep it. So for
Till
you,
it's too late.
you became champion, young age, 24, $1 million check. Life is lit now. Now you know, you got Jadakiss bringing you out.
Yeah, all types of shit.
Yeah, you turn
I got
all
my
the way up.
idols. I mean, people I looked up to, like, coming to show me love.
Yeah.
People, you never know who's watching you.
What was that like? Once
I
you start getting that recognition from everybody else.
I remember when I first met Jadakiss, it was Powerhouse in Philly. And I walk in the back. And he goes, oh, let me touch your left arm. He was like, that fucking left hook is crazy. You know, his voice and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit. Like, you know, Jadakiss is, like, showing me love. I'm
He
like,
know who I am. Like, yeah.
I'm like, he wanted to touch my arm. Because remember, I was knocking everybody with a left hook. I was known for my left hook. And I got his number. And then the very next fight, I'm like, you want to walk me out? He came. He was in New York, pulled up, showed me love, did the whole thing, and that was it. I remember I seen him in Miami after that, too, and Live, and I bought him a bottle of Ace of Spade. I just sent him a bottle, like, yo, bro, thank you. And that was it.
Yeah, it's love. And he came out for you, walked you out?
Yeah, because he had to. Yeah, off the strength.
Yeah.
You know, just off, you know, you working hard, I work hard, two people who work hard. No better exchange than that.
You gotta say that again though, because the people don't be understanding. The ones in the back don't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
two people working, we put that together. It's an equal exchange.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I always tell people, never beg for support. You know why? Because if you work hard, hard work is noticed. You work hard enough, they're gonna notice you. They're gonna notice you. You feel me? So just keep putting that work in. Eventually,
with them.
You're gonna be noticed.
It's crazy. I'm just checking my notes though. It's a little random right now. You got a 6 toe.
Yeah. Incest. Say no, it's bad. Somebody in the village, that Puerto Rican village was fucking a cousin.
Somebody did something.
You know, that shit be real. Look, I don't know whose side of the family I got that shit from.
That shit don't fuck up
I
the
think it's
balance.
Ohead side of the family though. I went to his neighborhood, they all look the same.
Everybody look like
That's
cousins.
like Hills Have Eyes type shit. I go to his neighborhood, everybody, yo, it's my cousin. Oh shit, Ohead, this is where I get this shit from, huh? They all look the same.
Somebody fucked that money up.
No lie. I went to Ohead hometown.
Yeah.
Every single person looked just like him.
That's crazy.
I'm not lying, bro. I'm not lying. I said,
How many of them
shit.
named Angel? Like y'all got
They was all Angel. All his brothers named Angel, I think, right?
For real?
Yeah. I'm surprised I ain't an Angel and shit.
That's funny.
Angel Garcia the 19th.
The 19th.
Nah, my name was Angel Garcia. I'll probably never be a champion though.
Wow.
Like Angel wine and all that type of stuff.
That shit don't ever work out.
Nah, that shit don't look cool, man. Imagine me like Juan Garcia, look. My record like 10 and 5 and shit.
So, that shit don't do nothing? Like, it don't throw you off in no kind of way?
My foot be like peeled, like, I know we eating, but that shit, like the friction from my shoe being so tight, like the whole bottom of my foot be peeled off after my fights.
Damn.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
See, I seen shit like where they show like, you know, dudes
When
who
I
play
was a kid, though, I
basketball
was
and shit.
embarrassed as a motherfucker.
About your foot?
Hell yeah.
When did you get over it?
I used to
When you
wear
start
swim
caring?
shoes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was just at a, like, you know, what's that called? Like when you embarrassed it or something? Yeah,
Insecurity.
insecure, yeah.
Yeah.
I had an insecurity about my foot.
So when you a kid, you got insecurity about everything.
Right.
I ain't take my shirt off when I went swimming back then.
Oh, for you like
Damn,
my brother and shit, he
fuck
had that little...
Yeah, you always got
The
something
tight,
on.
the
like,
tight Under Armour joint on.
now I be like, fuck it though. I don't give a fuck.
Real
We
talk.
outside.
I mean, you got people who don't give a shit. Like DJ Khaled, he not the
Exactly.
most shaped guy in the world. He
When-
out there with his...
Colin and
body.
Ross came out. And they out there, titties out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Fuck
was a
that.
wrap.
What am I
You gotta own it. You gotta own it.
I ain't even as big as them. We
Right.
outside now. Can't tell me nothing.
You gotta own it. You gotta own it, man.
You know, you gotta flaunt it like it's sexy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell about your 6 toes.
It's girls who
good
like
luck.
it's girls who like guys like that though. It's like girls have types. You be surprised what girls like.
No, facts.
You thinking she want this perfect guy, and the whole time is like she
They don't
want
be
you.
wanting that. Yeah. I think big dudes always was in.
We just never knew. We just never,
Yeah. We just always thought they wanted a six-pack. But most of the girls I know,
Right, they want a dad
they want
body.
a little chubby nigga,
They want a little
a little teddy
comfortable.
bear, yeah. They want to lay down. They want to be comfortable. They want to be comfortable. Oh, so over the break, we was talking Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Did Jake Paul really beat Mike Tyson?
I think he did.
You think he did?
Yeah, because I think people, don't get me wrong, I love Mike Tyson. One of the greatest heavyweights of all time. But he is 60, you know? And Jake Paul, I know people consider him a YouTuber and all that, but he's a real boxer now.
Right.
He been boxing for a while now. He really been taking it serious. To me, yeah, it was more of an event. I think Jake Paul really beat him, yeah. And I just think Mike Tyson he's just too old to compete at that level. You know, whatever level they was fighting at.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Jake Paul could have already dropped him or something if he really wanted to.
if he really wanted to.
I think Jake Paul held back, yeah.
I think now
Cause I remember he hit him with like a right hand, and
he could have went a little harder. Like he didn't follow through.
Yeah. I think he had some respect for him. You gotta understand, if Jake Paul knocks out Mike Tyson, he's the most hated guy in the world.
Facts. He's still the most hated guy in the world. But
Nah, you not came out as
like automatic. Like I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like damn, you not.
You did that to the old dude.
Yeah. So I think he played it smart, and he did the right thing. You feel me? That's just my opinion. I know other people have opinions where they think Mike Tyson took it easy. Like you felt like he took it easy, right?
Yeah, I feel like Mike definitely held back. I feel like it was a lot of times where Mike could have went off and he didn't. And I just feel like, I mean, the only thing that caught me off guard was because I really wholeheartedly didn't see Mike as the type of dude that would take the fall.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, nah.
Nah, he ain't gonna.
You
take
could
it.
never get Mike to take the fall. Like,
Right.
got to be the most stand-up, most honorable dude in the world. You tripping. Like, he loved his
But I
boxing
mean,
thing.
to me, it was for Mike. I just don't like how it was a sanctioned fight. That should have been like an exhibition. That really counted on his record.
Yeah, and
That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
They did that on purpose.
Because it's like, I promote boxing now. It's like, they got guys who like,
Through these exhibitions.
they won't even accept certain fights to commissioner. Like, say your guy's 9-0, right? And then you'll bring him a guy, you're trying to make him fight somebody who's 5-5. They'll say no. Oh, he's not good enough. But y'all say
Jake Paul good enough to...
No, they saying Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's a real fight. So
Right.
you mean to tell me a 27-year-old could fight a 60-year-old and it be considered a real fight and it go on your boxing record? That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
Right.
Was that it really counted as a fight. I think it should have been more an exhibition, you know, because I don't want that to be on Mike Tyson's legacy.
Right.
Because obviously he's not in his prime. He's not young no more. He's 60 years old.
shouldn't count
He
against
shouldn't
him.
even be in the ring. It shouldn't count. It should have been an exhibition. But other than that, everything else, I thought it was cool. You feel me? It was a great event.
Yeah.
They had 60 million views. It brought a lot of eyes to boxing.
Definitely. Netflix.
You know, Jake Paul's helping Amanda Serrano. You know,
Build her name
pretty
and
sure
her
he giving her
legacy.
big paydays. You feel me? Bringing a lot of, you know, he signed a young prospect. So I think what he's doing is great.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was that it counted on the record. I felt like I shouldn't have counted on
You
the
think it
box
was
record.
on purpose though?
I don't know. I just found that out like a couple weeks ago because I for some reason I'm on BoxRec. I'm looking at Mike Tyson's record.
Yeah.
And I
you
see
seen
like
that
loss, Jake Paul. I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was a real fight.
Yeah, that's crazy. I definitely wouldn't have had counted that either, but I mean, for Jake Paul it's different because now you get to say that you
Beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, it's on paper.
You know what I'm saying?
It's on paper, so it's
that
real. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
it's
that's
like,
why I feel like it was
that's a
something that
real
was done
win.
purposely.
That's why I'm saying I just the only thing I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
But
That's
other than
crazy.
that, everything was good.
I think if they see each other on some real shit and it was like
some
no
street
money on the
fight.
line, you got Mike Tyson
Mike gonna bite his
fucked up.
ear off, man.
You got Mike Tyson fucked up.
You saw the interview he did with the little girl. He forgot
With his ass cheeks out?
No, that one.
Oh.
The little girl was asking him questions.
Yeah.
And he just started snapping.
Yeah.
Mike crazy, man.
How you gonna answer them questions? She's like, okay. No, Mike funny though. That's why I look at Mike like a no holds barred type boy. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, don't be careful what you say to him.
Yeah. Like, he's not holding back for real. Like, you fucking around, press the wrong button, it's over. Like, all that biting on his glove shit, I felt like he wanted to destroy him and just couldn't bring himself to do it. Like, you know what I mean?
Just, like, his spirit was there, but his physical wasn't. Sometimes it be like that. Like you want it bad, but your body not letting you like
Your body,
You
okay.
can't take it to that level.
Could be that too. Like he trying to maneuver a certain way, but it's just not.
He's 60.
The synapses
crazy.
ain't firing just right.
Even for him to do 8 rounds with a younger guy is like a win to me.
Right.
You understand? He did 8 rounds with a younger guy.
Yeah.
He's been taking boxing very serious.
Yeah.
Like people look at Jake Paul like a YouTube boxer. He's a real boxer now. That's what people have to understand. He fought real boxers and stuff like that.
No, that's a fact. And I don't look at, see now, a lot of people do be talking shit about Jake Paul. They underestimate him. But I do look at him and I see his drive and I really think he dope. Like even as a boxer, if it wasn't even against Mike Tyson, I'd pick Jake Paul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he really nice. And he really be knocking some people out.
No, he stepped it up.
Like,
you gotta understand, he be knocking the
knocked
MMA
some-
fighters,
yeah.
guys who've been fighting their whole lives. Even though it's not
knocked some
boxing.
dudes out.
But it's like he never boxed. When he grew like when he was a kid, I always wanted to be a boxer.
Yeah.
That wasn't him.
He wasn't
just
training
started
all
boxing.
that time. Right.
So for him to knock out a real MMA fighter, that's kind of impressive. Somebody who's been fighting their whole life.
That's conditioned in a different way for
So
them.
you gotta give him some type of credit.
That's a fact. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we gotta wait and see. Would you fight Jake Paul? Like would
Listen,
you do something
man,
like
I fight anybody. The price is right, like Bob Barker.
Right, you gonna get out there.
Real talk.
So I know, like, you know, once you got your bag up, you champion now, you started getting into music. And you actually, like, behind your sisters, managed them. You've been putting them on since they was young. You had your sister perform the anthem. I think she said a couple of your fights. Like
Yeah,
2
a
of them,
couple,
something like that.
yeah.
That's crazy right there.
Yeah.
What's your love for music?
I love music. Like I thought I was a rapper when I was young. Like when I was a kid, I used to rap. My cousin had a studio. I used to go to his. I'm talking about like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And you know, you from Philly, but when I grew up, if you couldn't rap, you didn't rap. That's
Yeah.
why I never came out. Until the internet started coming, I'm like, oh shit, anybody can do this.
Yeah.
Then I started doing little music videos and stuff.
I see
But like
that
back in the
joint.
day, if you didn't rap, you didn't rap. Like I could, like Joey Jihad and
Yeah.
like Cheek Raw and like the DVD era.
You either was in or you was all the way out.
They was rapping.
Yeah.
Imagine me coming out like, I'm like, nah, this is.
It's not it.
Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like I always been a part of it. Like growing up, watching the DVDs, and I used to love 106 in Park.
Right.
I used to love watching MTV jams all day. I just love music.
Facts.
I love music, and I just.
So it was perfect for you to have like some sisters that's
Yeah, it was
musically inclined. They've been doing music since they was kids.
Yeah,
so it's like,
because I remember my sisters, my Angie, she was just singing one day. I'm like, hold on, do that again. She was singing like a Rihanna song or something. I'm like, do that again. I was like, oh shit, you could sing a little bit. So I had the garage band. My cousin had gave me a studio. I learned how to work it. I'm like, look, let's record songs. I'm like, you the singer, you the rapper. That's exactly what I want.
Is this like before you take off boxing and everything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what year this is. This is, I must be like 17 or 16 or something like that. Wait, how old are the twins? They was like 5, so I was 13 years older than them. So I was 18, right? Yeah, I mean, I hope my math is right and shit.
Yeah. You know, we ain't kind of
Yeah, so I was like 18. And I was recording them. I just turned pro. And yeah, that was it. We just kept making music. And then one day they just became famous on the internet Musically. Before TikTok was Musically.
Yeah.
And I just see my sister's videos going everywhere. One day they had 30,000, 40,000, 60,000, 100,000. Then they had more than me. I'm like, damn, I'm a world champion. They got more followers than me.
Facts.
So yeah, they're just, you know, everything I imagined that I'm like came true.
Start coming to fruition.
We just need that hit record. That's it.
Right.
You know? But it's just like being a world champion.
You gotta keep working at it till you get that opportunity.
That's it. It's all about timing. Just keep working. Can't get desperate.
And you had Swift Attraction Music.
Yeah, that was me and my guy Eddie, Main Attraction.
Yeah.
So that was my best friend back in the day. So he was Main Attraction and I was Swift.
And what happened with that?
You know, just families, you know, everything, you know, become men, grow up. That's still my guy though.
Facts.
But now it's just DSG music.
Okay.
Yeah, it's DSG music now.
Do you got other artists besides the twins and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I was working with a girl named Jaylani. She's from Delaware. She had
Okay.
got signed to Meek Mill.
Yeah.
So I was working with her.
I didn't know y'all was working together though. But
Yeah, I was behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was behind the scenes making my moves.
Yeah, that's fire.
But yeah, I was working with her, worked with the twins, and I worked with my guy Knox back in the day. You know, that's like my first artist.
Mike Knox?
No. He's Dominican, but he used to be
Okay.
signed to Scott Storch.
That's hard.
Yeah, he was signed to Scott Storch. Him and that's pretty much it.
That's heavy.
Yeah, that was it. I always kept it like family. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I never really let nobody in my circle unless it's like I really like you and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I consider you like a family member.
So you really work towards leveling the family.
Yeah,
up.
and then the Jaylani, she was like, she had talent, and
Yeah.
I saw something special in her, so I was like, let me try something.
Yeah.
You know,
And she's still going. She's still doing her thing. Still
Definitely
building.
talented.
That's crazy though. So you definitely get your hand, you know what I mean, in the music a
Yeah,
little
because
bit.
my like, I want to make somebody else a star. That's why I started my boxing promotion. Like me, I became a boxing champion.
Yeah.
I want to make somebody else a champion because I feel like that puts you on a different type of
When you can
status.
make somebody else a champ.
Yeah. It's like you could be a champion, but you can make somebody else a champion. Or you know another star. It's like,
different.
yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne, he picked up like what Drake and
Nicki
Nicki Minaj.
Minaj.
Anytime you can do something like that,
You different.
yeah, you different. Because it's like you know talent now.
Yeah.
And you a businessman too. So it's like that's
You got a different kind of eye and understanding
exactly.
for the shit. Yeah.
It takes special people to know stuff like that.
Facts. You gotta have that intuition, you know what I mean? That
Exactly.
inkling and all that type shit. So how has it been for you on the promoting side of things? Like going from being a boxer to now being a promoter?
I mean, it's definitely different. Like the back end of it. Like you know, like making the matches. It's tough dealing with people. That's one thing I learned. Yeah, you think because you Danny Garcia, like everybody gonna.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like people got a mind of their own. So I
Facts.
think that's the hardest thing. Is like everybody think this and that, and everybody got something in their ear. So it's definitely harder. But once it all comes together, it's good.
It's
you know what I'm
worth it.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a grind. I'm learning every time I go out there for sure.
Right.
Cause I'm used to just showing up.
And doing your thing.
Yeah. But obviously I'm promoting myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I go up there, you still gotta like boxing. You still gotta like promote yourself.
Right.
You can't wait for a promoter to do it.
And then how, so like that's what like Floyd did, like the money team and all that, like TMT, that's sort of
Yeah.
like what he did. TMT Promotions, where he still promote his own fights and shit like that.
For sure.
So it's like sort of the same thing you doing. You
Yeah.
bring on other fighters but still
Exactly.
got yourself as well. That's dope.
Yeah, Floyd's definitely a master at marketing though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I would have understood marketing, like at that time when I was 24, I was just trying to be the best fighter. I just thought marketing shit like that's for like you like Philly say you Joe and all that.
Yeah.
Like you doing extra shit.
All the extra shit.
Yeah, I just focused on being a killer. But in order to be that A-list celebrity, you have to do things like that.
Yeah.
You gotta talk shit, or you gotta like give back to your community, or you gotta have a PR.
Yeah.
You gotta have something.
You gotta do something extra. But
yeah,
that,
it's
like
an entertainment business. But
it's
I was
like
so
though.
militant.
Philly makes it like it fucks us up with that. Cause none of that shit is acceptable where
Right.
we from. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
so
we
it's like,
doing too
damn, you
much.
doing clown shit and all that. It's like how we from.
Yeah.
You know, you doing extra shit, you corny, you nutty.
It make the road
So
a
like,
little
I be
harder.
doing shit on the internet, people be calling me corny. I be like, hey, would you better be rich and corny or broke and real?
Ooh, there you go.
You feel me?
That's a bar. That's a bar. Broken corny. You know what I mean?
No,
it's real
but yeah,
shit.
so you gotta find your niche. Because
That's a
it's
fact.
entertainment business. It's like wrestling.
Yeah,
You feel me? People want to be entertained. Even though people know it's staged, it's like you're going to entertain.
you gotta be.
People
able
got
to
different
entertain.
personas and stuff like that. So you got to have something that makes people buy into your fights.
Yeah.
Like guys like Floyd, Conor McGregor and them guys, they mastered that shit. And that's why they're who they are. And then you got the Manny Pacquiao's where it's like they quiet, but he'll go in there and catch some wreck, but he'll go give back to his community. Now he's the nicest man in the world. It's just all about knowing what works for you and what
Knowing what
don't.
niche that you
Exactly.
could pull off.
If I would have known about that type of stuff when I was younger,
Yeah.
I feel like I would have been A-list like that. Like big, like I'm big,
Yeah. But to like have it where your name constantly ringing.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Some shit.
Like you got the A list, you got the B list.
Yeah.
I'm like B. In boxing, I'm A. But in the world, I'm B.
Gotcha.
Because I never knew about.
Because you never put yourself out there the way everybody else.
I was just trying to worry about being the best fighter in the world.
Yeah.
I wasn't really worried about.
Do you think it's too late to get in that mix type shit?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
Cause honestly, everywhere I go, I'm like, yo, I think I start need security now.
They starting to see you.
Yeah, it's starting to get kind of crazy for me now.
Damn.
Yeah, it's getting crazy for me now.
You used to be able to walk around without security, even at the height of your shit?
I always did. I never
Yeah.
had security ever.
Oh, because Floyd be outside with like 10 big ass dudes.
I know. But Floyd's like, you know,
He different.
yeah, he's flamboyant, wear a lot of jewelry, and
Facts.
so you gotta protect yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I always felt like it was kind of weird, like being a boxer with security. Like, you're supposed to be able to fuck people up. Like, you can't. How that work?
No, but at the same time, though, you got some crazy fans.
Yeah.
Like somebody could love you and hurt you.
Yeah. They could
It's
be
like,
obsessed with you on a whole different level type shit.
So you never know where people coming from, because the craziest thing about being a celebrity and being a public eye is like everyone knows you, but you don't know no one. So it was like people can know your whole life, and then
you don't know
they
nothing
talking
about
about, yo, I seen this, I seen that. You over here like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
But
They into your shit that much.
yeah, so it was like you gotta be smart.
So, what's next for Danny? Like, are you going to get into acting? I know you promoting.
Acting, I don't know. I probably just keep doing some Instagram skits.
gotta
Somebody
do some
call me for a
acting,
movie,
bro.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you guys.
If 50 Cent call me for a movie, I'll do it.
There you go. 50 guy hit him up. 'Cause that'd be a good song.
Right.
Ew, that'd have been crazy.
Right.
Come on, we get you on Power with Tommy and all that type shit. That'd be a good job.
That'd be love.
Nah, I feel like, yo, you feel like you got some funny, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Natural funniness
For
too.
sure. No, I know.
Like that shit. I'm like, yo, Danny would be nice in the
I
movie.
know,
Like,
man.
somebody sleeping.
I've been holding in like for years. I was trying to be serious. Now that shit just came out. Fuck it.
He said,
I
fuck
can't be
it.
serious no more. It's not working no more.
That serious shit ain't selling no more.
That shit out the window. We gotta have some fun now.
Fuck yeah, for real.
We gotta let them know the truth.
Cause, bro, it's like somebody missing out on the bag, man.
I think I just keep being myself, and
it'll come.
yeah,
It'll
for
come.
sure.
And you were talking some fights, anything? What we doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm promoting boxing this year, like other fights.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been thinking about flirting with the idea of maybe promoting my own fight.
And getting back out there.
Yeah, just because I don't want to leave my fans where I lost my last fight. So I gave my fans great fights for the last 10 plus years.
Right.
And I feel like I want to go out, you know, in
With a bang.
fashion. Yeah, exactly.
I know at one point you was battling like depression.
Yeah.
Like being a fighter and having depression, like how is it that much harder? Like how you get over that before you get into the ring?
Man, you gotta get in the ring.
Just say fuck it.
You gotta get in.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta face the thing that's making you feel that way. You feel me? And me, I was going through depression since I was young. I never knew it though. Yeah, cause one day I woke up, I had like a bald spot on the back of my head. I'm like, damn, I got a fucking bald spot already. So I went to the doctors. They was like, did you lose your job? You know, are you financially stable? And I'm like, no, I'm good. They was like, yeah, cause you have an autoimmune disease called alopecia, where it's like when you get too stressed out, you get bald spots and attacks your hair and shit.
Yeah.
So I had to get this was in 2017, and then but I had got it when I was a kid too. When I was a kid, when he was away,
that book, yeah.
I had got it in the top of my head, and when he came out, he thought I had a ringworm. But I was already going through that shit.
You was already going through depression.
But I never knew what it was, because I just thought I was focused. You know when you're real focused, you locked in, you quiet?
Yeah.
I would just get super isolated. That's just the way I am. Like, we all being here, I won't say nothing. Because my mind is just somewhere else. And I always thought that I was focused, but I wasn't.
You was low-key depressed.
I was in a dark, I just felt like I was in a
in a
hole.
dark place, yeah.
So once I started realizing what I was going through, then it was kind of hard for me to control that shit. So but like I said, when I was a kid, 2017, I would always feel like that here and there. But in 2020, I remember like during the pandemic, like I would just be waking up and I have like a tight chest. I'm like tight chest. I'm thinking I got a tumor or something. I got a tight chest, like butterflies in my stomach every single day. And then they called me to fight Spence. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. But I was already going through that shit. Like you could ask, like I'll be driving home from the gym, I'll just be crying for no reason. Like super highs and super lows. Like I don't know what was wrong with me.
What was wrong with you, right?
You feel me? So that's why after I fought Spence, like my brain wasn't even there. You feel me? And I had injuries and everything. And I still did 12 rounds. We still scrapped it out.
Right.
But at that point, I only took the fight is because the pandemic, I didn't know when boxing was actually going to be back. Right. Nobody knew when the world was going to come back to regular.
Yeah, nobody had the
So I'm
answers.
like, damn, it's a lot of money. You feel me? You never know when the world's going to be back to regular. It's a chance to be a champion again. You feel me? I can't say no because you don't know.
Right.
So after that fight, that's when I took like a 2-year break, and then I came back after the Benavidez fight, and I told people why like I was off, and that's when like that interview and everything went viral.
Right. So how did you get over it? Like, or are you over it? Is it something you still?
No, I still have my days. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I used to think everything that I thought would make me happy will make me happy. Like some people, like your dreams, you think your dreams will make you happy,
Right.
and then you wake up the next day and nothing changes. Like when I went to become a world champion, and then one day it was my dream as a kid. Like it was everything to me.
Yeah.
And then one day I was a world champion, and I wake up, and I say, I'm happy to be here, but damn, like that's my dreams. Like what's next? I never made a goal after that.
Yeah, that was your height.
Yeah. So after that, I always try to then I won a championship again. I won another championship. I just kept winning championships like it was nothing. You feel me? So I was like, oh shit, now it's just like I'm a 4-time champion.
Yeah, 4 times.
So it's like, if you always chasing a high or something, you probably never find happiness because that's what's going to make you happy. You have to find happiness somewhere else.
Right.
So whatever that is, you got to learn how to just be happy. Because if you're chasing money, I tell people all the time, bro, if you're chasing money, it's an unlimited amount of money you can make. You make 100 million, you're going to want 200 million. You want 1 million, you're going to want 2 million. You're always going to want more money and more money.
Right. So you're never going to be where you want to be.
You're never going to be happy. You feel me?
Bullshit.
So to me, it's like, I just like having fun. That's what make me happy now. Shit, let me get a shot. Fuck it.
Right, no.
I ain't never started drinking till like a year ago. Pops caught a stroke. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I can't take this.
I need a drink now.
Yeah. Fuck it, let's go get a drink together. Shit. I ain't hurt nobody, you feel me?
Yeah, we gonna live it up.
Yeah.
We gonna live it up. So I ain't gotta get ready for those fights and that. I'm cool.
But to be honest, I feel like the most important thing is, sometimes I still wake up, I be fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I be dizzy and everything. Because I'm always trying to help people too. I'm a giver. I'm the type of person I'm always giving. I'm giving. I got a good heart and shit.
Right.
And it's like when I help people and they don't do the right thing, that shit kills me.
So that stresses you out too.
Yeah, that stresses me out when I put people in position and they don't do the right thing.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I feel like I got everything controlled and then you're only as strong as your weakest link. So we all moving militant and we all doing the right thing and I tell you don't do this and you do it and now you fuck everything up. That shit bothers me too.
Right.
You feel me? So I'm a person like I like structure. I like being on the same page.
Got you.
And I guess I get that shit from old heads. Like I'm kind of a control freak. Shit don't be going right. I start getting stressed out. But I learned how to just be grateful, man.
Right.
Sometimes I be stressed out. I'm like, why am I worried about something that's not even here? I'm worried about some shit that's not even here.
Yeah. And I think
I'm right here. Today I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good right now. Look, I got everything I need right here.
Facts.
Everybody I love is around me. I'm cool. I got some money in the bank. I'm living good.
Yeah. It's like a learned behavior though. Like
just be grateful, bro.
You gotta teach yourself to be grateful.
Yeah, that's it.
Cause that's how it is. Just growing up, I think it's one of the things like just growing up on the negative side of shit. Sometimes you always worried about everything that's outside your reach. You know what I mean? Like you always trying to get it. Trying to figure out how to keep it, how not to get in trouble, you always focus on some shit that ain't even around you right now.
Exactly.
So you constantly, you grow up like that, and I feel like you get a little older, then you start to figure out like, I'm not.
I feel like the more older I got though, the more I was getting out of whack, like anxiety and shit. Yeah.
You think like success?
I think because I got smarter.
Oh,
Once you start getting like understanding shit, that shit be burning you up. You're like, fuck. Look.
I understand too much of this shit.
Now I'm into politics and shit. I'm worrying about a war in Ukraine and all that shit. I'm like, you worrying about the world and shit. You worrying about stocks. You worrying about shit you never worried about.
Right.
You worrying about real shit now. But it's like we never knew about that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really care.
You don't give a fuck about it.
Like I said, ignorance is bliss. Sometimes it's just good to get your money, stay in your lane.
Yeah, you get to
You start understanding the way things. Now you try over here trying to change the world.
Facts.
And now it's like you shooting yourself in the foot because you can't. I used to think I could save the world until I realized like you can't save someone who
don't want to be saved.
Yeah, or it's like I could give you my blueprint to be a world champion, right? I could be like, yo, this is exactly what you got to do, bro, and I guarantee you be a world champion. But you're just simply not built like me.
Right.
So it's not gonna work.
One of the same.
You're not built like me.
Yeah.
And that's why the 1% is the 1%. You feel me? Everybody not meant to be.
That's a fact.
You know? So it's just how the world works. Find your niche, do what makes you happy, and just keep going. Stay in your lane.
Keep going, stay in your lane. And I know you invest heavily in stock, real estate, stuff like that. What would you give somebody a tip, like, for people that run across that bag on how to keep their money? Or like, what's a good tip that somebody gave you?
Oh, number one, when you running some money, you got everybody telling you, I could turn 100 to $1 million. They bullshitting. They lying. They gonna steal your fucking money.
You said they bullshitting.
They bullshitting. They gonna steal your money. Can't nobody turn $100 to 100,000. Now somebody be like, yo, I could turn this 100 to 120. Now it's like, okay, this guy's, he might be for real. Give me a little 20%. Number one is don't give motherfuckers your money. Everybody gonna want to tell you what to do with your money. Yeah. And next thing you know, you done gave the whole shit away. Ponzi scheme, Bernie Madoff got your money and shit like that. But we all learn from that shit. Yeah. Two motherfuckers that put their arm around you, start talking like you, acting like you, become your best friend. Next thing you know, you giving them money. They living off your interest. Facts. 10 years go by, you like, damn, bro, I thought you was my homie. Eating your bag. Number one, don't give nobody your money. If you are gonna invest your money with stocks and everything, go to the bank. They got a wealth management department. Financial advisor. They work off a salary. Right. They not working off taking a piece of yours and shit. You feel me? The bank paid them. You feel me? So they working off a salary. They gonna be like, look, what you want to do? You want a higher risk, lower? You know what I'm saying? What you want 7%, 8%? They gonna let you know that you could lose a year, you can win a year. You feel me? You feel me? Go to the bank. They gonna take care of you. Don't go to no personal financial advisors. Worst thing you could ever do, bro. Yeah. Trust me. Leave that alone. Yeah, leave that shit alone. Real estate, you don't really have to go to school to buy a fucking piece of property. That shit pretty simple. Yeah. You buy something undervalued, you fix it, and you sell it for the neighborhood value. You don't need to give your money to somebody else. I be telling people, they be like, oh, I'm gonna get somebody this, I'm gonna get somebody. I'm like, why are you giving somebody some money to go buy a piece of real estate, bro? When it's as simple as the house next door is worth $1 million and you bought yours for $700. Now you know you could put $100,000 into it and sell it for $1 million and make $200,000. Yeah. So why do I need to give my money to somebody else? Yeah. That's great. That's another way to go, bro. Giving motherfuckers your money, you don't know, because everybody gonna tell you they could give you a crazy return. Right. Most of the athletes who lose their fortune is because they gave it to a financial advisor or somebody. Why would I give somebody access to my bank accounts and everything when I could just auto pay myself? Yeah. Why I gotta pay you to fucking pay electric bill and heating bill? I could just go put that shit on auto pay. The people be doing that. People get their fucking whole life up to people don't even know. It was somebody, I heard somebody, I can't think of the top of my head who it was, but it definitely was somebody, and whoever they financial advisor, whatever it was getting them, raping them crazy, taking their bread left and right. That shit happens every day. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of guys ain't sharp, bro. Trust me. By the time you realize it, they done stole all your money. This shit going now. Shit going, all your hard-earned money. Well, so I would just say go to the banks. You want to buy some real estate? Yeah, of course you need a mentor. Go read some books. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I read a Warren Buffett book about stocks. That's gonna make me go buy it. That shit changed my perspective because everybody told me don't buy stocks growing up. You're gonna lose your money. Listen to everybody. Then I did my own research. I said out of the last 100 years, it was like 12 bad years. So fucking 88 years was good. So I'm like, what they talking about?
Y'all basing this shit on these 12 out this 100?
And then, I read a Donald Trump book, The Art of the Deal.
Yeah.
I read The Art of the Deal. I read this shit during the pandemic. And I was like, that's when he teach you how to use the bank money and find a good deal and all that stuff. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad too. I read them 3 books. I swear that shit changed my life.
I like the Think Rich, Grow Rich.
Yeah, Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, by Napoleon Hill.
That one, my one though.
Yeah.
I feel like that one give you the game.
Right.
That one is the one.
I gave my sisters that book.
Yeah, it line you right up. It changed your whole mentality when you think about that shit.
If you really, I tell people, if you want to learn something, all you gotta do is go buy the book of the person who mastered this shit. You ain't even gotta go to college or nothing.
Facts.
You just save yourself $200,000.
Save a lot of paper. I'm still paying back loans. I ain't even got no degree and nothing off that shit. That shit is real. But is there anything else in particular you want the people to look out for from Danny Garcia?
I thank everybody for supporting me. You feel me?
Yeah.
And just, the best is yet to come. We always got tricks up our sleeve and
always more to be done.
We're gonna keep promoting boxing. We're gonna keep doing music. One of my artists is gonna give me a plaque. One of my fighters is gonna become a world champion. Mm-hmm. I might step back in the ring. I got 3 kids. I might have some more. He's gonna keep.
They might be boxers.
Yeah, everything we're doing is gonna keep going up.
Yeah, keep taking the Garcia name to the top.
That's what I'm about. Just putting them in that Hall of Fame status and keep giving back, keep helping people, and that's. I feel like that's my purpose in life right now. Helping people, and making other people's dreams come true.
That's what's up, man. I think you're a real genuine dude, 4-time champ. Ain't too many people out here like you, man. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you taking the time out, coming, sitting with us, breaking bread. You know what I mean? Had some drinks, had some laughs.
It's pretty good, too. They gotta cut this check. You feel me?
Yeah, let them know. Hey, Daddy said it, not me. You know what I mean? Let them know. But this is my shit, though. This shit is good, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it's good. I like that syrup taste.
Yeah, a little smoothness to it.
Yeah, I can't be killing me.
Facts.
I just started drinking. Anxiety.
Trying to take me out already. Nah, man, but really appreciate you coming through once again.
Man. Thank you.
Listen, man, you champ. You want to tell them where to follow you? They probably already know to follow you.
Follow me all platforms. Instagram, Danny Swift Garcia. X, Danny Swift. If you're still on Facebook, Danny Swift Garcia. My merch on my website, dsgofficial.com. And my OnlyFans too, say that. Just in case this boxing shit go bad, it's Danny Swift Garcia.
Follow my OnlyFans. Oh man, you're funny. But,
that's about it.
Yeah, man, make sure y'all follow, keep up with everything Danny got going on. Once again, man, I appreciate you coming through. Danny Garcia, your boy Smooth, cooking at 2 and 5, and we out of here.